Oh.
I got fucking oceanfront property to sell you in Northeast Tennessee.
We did hear Jody Sue last night. We heard Jody Sue say that Andy hauled the body off. We heard her say, about seeing it last and hauling it off and all of these good things, right? Well, actually, they're not good things, but it's what she said. And now we're going to hear her say she didn't ever say it. Watch this. Here it is.
I asked them, where the last place they saw Summer was. But what I was told was that the last place they seen Summer was at the swing set. And I was like, and then I asked how long that had been. And I get told 5-10 minutes. I immediately know that time's up, but I'm like, well, they're kids, and time travel is different for children, right? So, pay no mind, but I do take the location seriously. But because they seem pretty well firm on theirs, as opposed to Candace, who doesn't, and it's so vague with her. And the one part that felt different when I was talking to her, where I just was like, whatever, she didn't have eyes on her at all, or something, It's going to be a good day, and I feel pretty good. I keep being asked, and I have for a while, but it's picked up some. So I keep being asked if I'm the one that reported the truck, the red truck, right? And I'm not. I didn't. I'm not the one that came from. If whispers and rumors are to be believed, I kind of know who did. I think I've talked to that person once, twice, for a pretty lengthy bit before JD shows up on the scene. At one point about. Anyway, I'm not going to give specifics, but seemed to be a pretty good person of pretty good character to me. So anyway, there was a point, however, during all of this that, we were all starting to be asked about it, and it took a little while in, but we were all starting to be asked.
They say that when they lick their lips, they're lying.
Asked about it because, well, I don't really want to get into that either. But we were all being asked about it, and then, I did report because.
Come on, Jody Sue, just freaking get it out, right? Just get it out.
As I was running the survey lines and finding spikes and getting everything ready for everything to do with JD, which we.
Oh damn! Here we go around the bush. Here we go around the mulberry bush. The mulberry bush, right?
It was going to be JD at that point. Obviously my health was bad, and there would be, basically every day I would do what I could.
Do we even care? We're talking about summer. Right? Damn.
To get the survey lines run, whatever, but I knew at a certain point, once I got downhill, that I would have to rest and stuff, or I couldn't make the walk back up.
Oh, why don't you just roll back up, same way you rolled down, right?
Anyway, I was sitting there, for the most part, throughout the day, off and on, sometimes for an hour or two before my body would let me go back up. There were also, in the evening times, I would usually walk down to meet.
Let's talk about me. Let's talk about my. Let's talk about my. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Right? What the? Oh God.
Voldemort. After he'd gotten off work, so I was standing there at a certain time, usually every day, and there was a truck that kept coming in and out, and this truck. And the person in it kind of stuck with me, which was odd because I'm not much on cars. There were some things where beta blockers a couple years ago kind of messed with everything, but it's usually Voldemort that was best with vehicles, and things like that, the past couple years. But he wasn't necessarily there during the times I was seeing this truck. And I did report that. I was like, well, wait. I was like, there was this truck. It was coming in at the same time almost every day. The guy was being a little weird, but I thought it was traffic for something else, and it didn't really.
What else was that, Jody Sue? Please elaborate.
I don't know, but for some reason the guy stuck with me. I mean, we were just inches apart most days. He passed me as I was standing at the very tip of the driveway.
Yeah, so you got your nose stuck in this man's car window as he's coming down the road. Fucking really? What?
But for some reason his face stuck with me. And that's something strange these days. So I did report it. And then.
Oh yeah, Ben Hill Road, where people do 50. Wait a minute, buddy. I need to get a good look at you.
And it wasn't a description of the guy. Nothing really came of it. I didn't hear anything from anybody And then it wasn't long after that, there was a post by someone, it was shared into a group, but somebody had shared that they had had a yard sale and they didn't live very far from Candace and I on Ben Hill, and that Candace and Summer had been there, and I think the boys as well. I'd have to look back and see where I saved that, and I'll...
Yes, Jody Sue. Yes. Candace and the kids were at the yard sale. Yes. And they bought the outfit that Summer was wearing the day she disappeared. Yes. You fucking at your nose stuck up everybody's ass, but you freaking can't remember all of this? And the child lived across the street from you? You freaking knew her? And you didn't know all of this? Wow. Really? Son of a mother.
Put it in the comments. So I don't know who this is. I still don't for the life of me know who it is. But at a certain point I stopped digging because it didn't. Anyway, so this lady, after I'd reported the truck, and it did have ladder racks on it, but no ladders. The ladder racks were black, as I recall. And anyway, so like I said, I'll share her thing here in a minute in the comment section. But she describes a truck and a man coming in and out of where she's having the yard sale at, where Candace and the kids go. And that he was coming in and out, and it was a truck that hadn't been in there. And it matches the exact guy in the exact truck. And that's when I was like, this isn't...
You don't say. You don't say. It's the same truck you saw too, running in and out of Ben Hill Road like 1,000 times. And your trail cams didn't see it. As you said, Jody Sue, this was before Dobbs. This was before Mr. Dobbs, and you had trail cams to catch him, so you would have caught the truck. Miss Jody Sue, where's the pictures? You know what I think? I think it's the same truck because you read what the lady said, and then what the lady said became a figment of your fucking imagination going up and down Ben Hill Road because you wanted a truck like she had a truck, right? Pretty much. I think that's what it was.
Right. And I tried to report it again with the description and proof that I had previously said something to someone. That way it wasn't, well, you saw this on the internet and now you're saying. So I have proof that in my description came before.
Yeah, well, let's see that proof. Show me the receipt, right? Show me the receipt, Jody Sue. You can show us the woman's. Show us yours. Where's your receipt? Right? She says a lot of shit, but she don't ever show nothing. She don't show nothing.
This lady's post online, but her post was reshared into a group without her name or anything or information attached. And I was told it would be passed on to detectives, and I never heard anything. So, I mean, and I thought, well, okay, must...
Because they know you're a liar.
Not be anything, and they must know it's not the same, whatever they're looking for is not the same guy or the same truck.
There was no truck. Because they caught Candace coming in and out of the driveway twice that day, Jody Sue. You know whose camera they caught it on? Neighbors down the road. A neighbors down the road turned his in and seen Candace coming in and out twice. That's how they know, and they told her she did. And you know what? They obviously didn't see your red truck, right? Mm-hmm.
But I did notice that after everything had happened and Summer had vanished, I didn't see this truck any longer. I've not seen the guy since. Same thing seems to have been the case with the other ladies 7 miles from us, where Summer and the boys and Candace had bought stuff at the yard sale. And at one point, Voldemort had told me to pass along information of where he thought that truck stayed, things like that. And I honestly can't say that he was right, but we passed that on as well. Still never heard anything. And I really don't know that Voldemort was right on that part, honestly. But I do know that I was seeing a red truck. It wasn't bright red. I know that I and the yard sale lady were seeing the same guy.
Oh, you heard something. It's called Unfounded.
Both of which did not belong in our roads. He was coming and going from Ben Hill at a certain time of day. That even the woodcutters and crews and stuff weren't even in the hall anymore. So, I still don't know who he is. I know that it seemed like that ladder rack was coming and going off of the truck.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I'll just leave this down here at one end of Ben Hill Road and pick it up on my way back. All right. I'll leave a whole ladder rack down here. Drive by to impress Jody Sue with her nose in my window, and then I'll pick it up on the way back. Oh no, today I think I'll impress her with the ladder rack, right? I think I might buy some ladders. I should stop and ask her if she has one. Sure she does.
I mean, I can still see the guy's face, and I can still picture the truck and how high it was, and him looking at me and just, I don't know, but I mean, I figured if it was anything, somebody would have gotten hold of us, but no. Long story short, I was not the one that reported the truck, and so either way, but yeah, I mean, it wasn't me who reported the red truck. specifically, I said I didn't see a red truck on the 15th. Because that's what Green Eyes was saying last night. You seen a red truck on the 15th? No, the fuck I didn't. I saw a red flash.
I see a red flash now, right? A red flash. I didn't see a red truck. No, she was saying truck, and yeah, with the heavy door, went all the way up to the basement door, right? That's what she was saying, right? That's what you at first. This is what, and now it's just a red flash. Oh my gosh, she is so incredible, right? She is so incredible as a witness.
Heard a heavy car door, truck door, or something. Been seeing a red truck for weeks prior to that. You see, they just jet the fuck off, right?
Oh, there's your red truck. That's her video, right? And red truck. Damn, Jody Sue, you're off of Ben Hill, and you're still seeing it, right? Weird. I don't know who it is, but they're outside of my new place, right?
And I'll tell you that nice red shiny truck looks awful familiar. Regardless, jealousy has never been a place. I'm not in a competition. I will never compete with others. You know, I'm not about that competing with other women shit. And things like that aren't even in anywhere to compete with.
Things, let's tell the truth. You know, let's not sugarcoat it and bullshit it. Let's tell the truth.
Yeah.
And the freaking truth is, Andy, you're a fucking liar. You're a liar. Well. And I think Jody Sue is telling a whole lot of truth on you. And I seen where
I had no reason to lie. And I won't.
Somebody in the comments said, Jody Sue said that you seen Summer's dead body.
All right. No. Just no. And I think at this point, maybe Monster is not hearing loud and clear enough. All right.
No. What Jody Sue, we heard last night that you said it. Yes, you said it. You said Andy was telling you guys that he saw Summer's dead body. You said it, and now you're denying it. Right? Now she's denying it.
But needs to. That has never been said by I or my daughter.
Freaking liar, right? Freaking liar, Jody Sue. You are a liar. We heard you last night. You clearly, hun, you said it. You didn't only say that. You said he hauled it off as well, right? And was applying the drugs to get all this stuff, whatever happened, done, right? That's what you're saying.
Never.
I had her crying in tears. I mean, just like in a ball, because for like fucking 5 minutes, she just wouldn't lay off. And it was Summer's dead body's laying there, and who gives a fuck about it, and this and blah, blah, and she's dead. I mean, just the grossest.
Damn. Jody Sue, somebody's using your voice. Who was that? Oh, you better report that to the authorities. Someone's using your voice, right? Telling lies. Somebody's telling lies. Because we just heard you didn't say it. Or else somebody's saying you didn't say it and they're lying. Anyway, it goes. Somebody's got your voice. Right? Besides you.
It's lies. You're taking it from a guy that, is, I don't know. One of the last.
Oh, I'm just figuring it out. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. I didn't say it. Yes, I did. Right?
The thing she did was her daughter was to scream at her about Summer's dead body in the most gruesome details you could ever imagine, and to continue to feel about it until she said, we were like, stop, because he knew it already traumatized her, so it was way to bother her. And so he knew the triggers, and he knew that he had already traumatized her to the point she was having nightmares and all sorts of, and a guy who, that the last time he was searching, remember all last time to get their locations, he was screaming at Equal Search to come and kill him and to do whatever, to fuck them and fuck this and whatever.
I'm lying. I've pretty much told the truth about everything that I can remember. And if I misspoke on something,
let me ask you, Andy. Let me ask you, Andy.
When I speak, I'm speaking. I'll let you speak.
Why did you tell Jody Sue that you was the last one to see Summer's dead body?
I did not say I seen Summer's dead body.
She said you did.
I said that I had a dream that I seen Summer's dead body.
Oh, now it's a dream.
Yeah, and I've stated this on my other my channel and my videos.
But let me tell you, Jose.
Oh, wow. Now it's a dream. No, because when we talked to him before, what did he say? Jody Sue was insane. He never said anything, absolutely, positively, nothing like that, right? Ever. He don't know why she's saying that. And then now he said it was a dream. Gotta think about that, right?
Truck thing, you know, that you missed because you're fucking lazy and so are your sources and whatever else, you can't be bothered to watch videos. And that whole Jose White truck, Don thing. Well, also, Voldemort/Andy thinks that Don killed Jose. That monster believes your clients over there are very much capable. He also thinks that Don is a fucking child molester. He thinks that he has absolutely not just raped and molested Summer, but has done so to the boys as well. So, and we've thought so since before the Utah trip because of things going on over there. That's when I started actually looking into Don. And obviously throughout the years, Andy was the one that pinpointed Don as the one that was responsible for our own Peep and Tom incident, where my own daughter was the same age as Don's sisters, conveniently enough, and the only little girl inside the hollow that we now think, you know, was actually the target, not myself, of Don's creeping and peeping behavior. Also another truck and dogs in that incident that I can prove, by the way. I didn't just recently pull out of my ass, but even then I and other neighbors were talking about it and the weird shit about the dogs. And, you know, and then the other day, if you're paying attention to any streams, Mary and him like, well, that's exactly how Don did us when we wake up, was, you know, just siding at the windows and all this, especially as we got older. But, you know, even for Andy being the type of, he has always maintained that Don's a fucking monster. But we started getting word that, like, you know, the older ones were touching each other and inappropriately touching things, and then they turned it on Dawn right there with one of the last DCS cases, and it, because the one was angry as fuck at Daddy there. But that wasn't really true, because there was a little girl on the hill at the time, and we started thinking the fucking worst after another DCS case was open, and that's when I really started looking into Dawn. That's when I knew well, before he ever came back from Utah, that his oldest son was a fucking pedophile. And the chances were, where one pedophile is, multiple fucking are, and but then there's still no proof Dawn really is. And then his sisters come out after Summer's missing, and we know. You know why I was sitting on the bank all them nights, Keys? You want to know? It wasn't just because of the fucking one monster we thought, because I still thought, man, two things can exist at once. A stranger come in here and took that fucking baby girl. But also not just that, but here's Dawn living beside us and is a fucking predator, because I never discounted his fucking sisters. So I had to live beside that shit every day, wondering if some motherfucker trapped inside Ben Hill without any real way to get to his usual crack habit down in Knox Floors runoffs and all these other things. Well, certain types of monsters that can't get one fix will try to get another. Well, guess whose little girl's the only one left in there? Mine. So, to me, he wasn't getting anywhere near mine. If it was a last hurrah, if he ended up killing himself so he didn't get fucking arrested, whatever else. But, you know, there's part of why I sat on that bank too, why I walked him, why I sat outside my fucking cabin, why I didn't get sleep, and all them predators just, they did fine, whatever. That's why you continually hear me mention Dawn's little footsteps, the gravel at night, and why I was so worried about him, why I cataloged him. But I'll tell you, that monster believes your clients there are absolute monsters. However, it didn't keep him from commingling over there. And, you know, but I bet he didn't give you the real reason he was over there, did he? Bet you don't have real proof of that like I do you, Keys? Because you were lied to about when the last times he was there was, and why. And, the first time I met Candace was after an incident, like I said, we'll get back to, which is now part of what we're trying to all figure out. But, anyway, she was on a dirt bike with the next youngest, and I'm not gonna call names other than Summers. And, diaper full on that one, hanging off, old as the hills. And his little sippy cup, you know what it's full of? Liquor. I know that because of, you know, announced it like it was something to be prideful about. Because he wants something to drink. Just tell him no, we can have that because it had her liquor in it. Hello, new neighbor, right?
And you didn't call Child Protective Services?
And then the first day I met her, she was telling me about a church calling for Easter. And how they didn't really do that, but there was this church, and you get a free bike at this one, or you could get $100 in this one, and wouldn't know if I joined. I'm like, man, I'm not into that stuff. Y'all know I'm atheist, but I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, not my type of people, sort of thing. And then asked if I go there just to help her. I'm like, no, ma'am. Anyway, what I didn't realize, nor did any of the rest of the neighbors who knew them closely, was that she was pregnant that whole time. And I have the messages to prove when we all found out Summer existed, which was after she was born, because in the middle of a snowstorm, here they come in February with a car seat, and had to park at the end of the lane at Ben Hill and walked in with Summer because you couldn't get into the road. And I and the other neighbors immediately, they messaged me, were like, do you see this? And I was like, see what? And they were like, they just walked in with a brand new car seat. I'm like, you're kidding me. We were all like, holy shit, another one.
Why was it your business? Why was it your business that they had a child or not? Why was that her business? What is up with this creepy neighborhood? It's like a Rosemary's Baby type thing, right? Bunch of creepy fucking weirdos stalking you with your child. I mean, that right there, Jody Sue, all that tells us is you've been stalking them. You've been stalking them and this baby from day one. You and your creepy weirdo neighbors have had your eye on that car seat from day one. What the fuck? Really? Wow. That's disgusting if you ask me.
Great. And then when I first got to meet Summer, she was rigid. Every time you hold her, she was stiff as a board.
No, so that tells us that you ran your ass over there. You ran your ass over there like the creepy creep you are to get around this child, right? You couldn't wait to get around this child. Oh, that's some scary shit, right? Really weird.
She cried. She had fetal alcohol sit in her ears like her siblings kind of did when they were younger. And obviously that whole time I had watched, but we didn't know she was pregnant. Every day drinking. So then, a few months goes by. I mean, I'm not over there. I'm not really paying attention. And I go over there at a certain point for some reason, who knows, still trying to be friendly with these new neighbors.
She had fetal alcohol ears like her siblings. Well, at least they didn't look like they got hit with an ugly stick, right?
Neighbors I'd met, and concern for other people's children despite our own situation on there, which at that time, everything was going pretty smoothly for a few years on our hill. It was one of the rare times, lasted 3 or 4 years in a row. So it was calm my way. So at that point, I guess I had the ability to throw stones. Either way. Their well water was straight sulfur. Bad. To where when you turned it on, and that's nobody's fault in there. Well water's well water. Each one's different. But if it's this bad and discolored, you go get bottled water. Especially for a baby. Nope. And I was standing there watching as it wasn't formula, but a little bit of milk, mostly water, and oatmeal. For when it was not even, a few weeks old, like a month or two. And I was like, holy, like hell, you can't do that. You're going to hurt that baby, Like, no. So, formula I had, they send you mail for like 25 years after you have a child. I happened to have some, I gave it to him. After that, I guess whatever, contact was intermittent off and on throughout the years, depending on. But, there's also a reason my kids and theirs never really hang out. Because it was like, It wasn't their faults, you see. I knew it wasn't their faults. They couldn't help that, couldn't help how they were being raised or done, or
Summer's like, what the hell are you talking about, right?
anything like that. But, I don't even know that the other hill realizes. But I knew at first, I thought, well, they don't have money to feed them. They don't have this, they don't have that. So I would bring groceries over and do whatever, So would other neighbors, churches, whatever. But then you start to realize over a length period that there's all kinds of money. Just like there's always all kinds of money. And even Andy could bring in like 1,000 plus a week and they would still be able to drop more and afford more. But you'd watch in the evenings as the liquor was bought and as the cigarettes were bought and this and the other and a case of beer, but then like a box of off-brand Q corn dogs, right? And not even enough in totality for the entire family. And sit down and bar like it was some great fucking feat. But then when there was a new engine that needed to be bought, or okay, here's that money immediately available, same day, thousands of dollars. Wouldn't leave her with any money, but had a bank account. And we always thought it'd be inheritance and the other, although we're told there are other things to that and have been for a while now.
Wow. Did you see how she had herself all stuck up in their financial, in their bank and bank accounts? I mean, really? Tomorrow when I see a neighbor, I'm going to be looking at them like, I know you probably be watching me, right? Probably be thinking about how much money I got.
Checkmate.
Same shit, different day. Hi, bitch. I'm X125.
I've waited years to hear somebody say that.
I see you over there. I see you over there. I see you mugging me with all that bad energy. Girl, get out the way. Girl, get out the way. Girl, get out the way before I had to pop off.
No sense in hiding. We see you.